No, as far as me, it's been the first time Aude told me about coming here. I'm gonna be true honest. Is that I kind of was. I was like, I'm gonna go with you. I'm just gonna go with you. I'm gonna give it a try, and see how this plans out. The first time that I sat here, actually, it was this chair. Actually, and I was hearing you speak. I was just kind of listening to things you were saying, and then I took the worksheet that we did about the opposites and stuff. It kind of, when I was doing it, it did click on me. Like I felt something like, okay, there's something here that makes sense. I cannot escape from it basically because it's in my mind. So I know it's making sense. So I was like, all right, we went home, and then I think it was a Thursday, so the weekend. I kind of just sat on the couch and I just started just researching more about it. I want to know more about it. I was curious, and it opened a whole different world to the thing, to where I did what I wanted. I was really doing the work, that shadow work that it's called. I saw a lot of, by doing it, changes in my life that, man, it was just, for example, I used to weigh 265 pounds, see, when I started this, and now I've lost 35 pounds, see, that.
In 6 weeks?
Yes.
Wow.
I accept, and I've always said that I had a alcohol addiction, and that I was covering for a long time because I was just kind of, well, you put all type of excuses because, like I say, you don't know you really yourself. So I started knowing myself like through the shadow work and stuff, and I'll be honest, it healed my addiction. By that I mean that it healed the sensation I had in my tongue every time that I was working hard and I'm sweating and sunny, and I wanted to get that sensation of the beer. I could taste the beer in my mouth. So that's where so I started doing research on that. And that's where it starts. You start wanting the sensation here, and then it goes from here to your brain, and that's where you, let me get another. And then the conscious mind, that's where I learned through the shadow. It kind of goes, and then he takes over. The shadow comes and takes over. And that's the one that kept you going. It went away. Like I could literally just say, for, it's not saying I don't drink anymore. I could still, there's a beauty of it. I could still drink, and I could have a beer, but it's not like I'm not gonna chunk the whole thing down. And it's not that I have to kill myself not to drink it.
Right.
I could just have a regular beer. That's
You got over it.
The same thing with food. I've even told Aude that I did some research on that too, and it came to find out that the cravings and the food and stuff, that's a with medical terms, that's a health problem basically. That's not something that we supposed to have. And how we do it to kind of treat it. We see it as normal, but I always tell that the GNCs and vitamins they're filled up with what? The craving suppressants, all those pills that they feed you to numb that thing in your body that now I don't longer need. Now there's a saying in Spanish, maybe I can translate it to English. There's a saying that says, my mom used to say, no sé escuchar, hay que comer para vivir, no vivir para comer. Well, basically, it's you have to eat to live, don't live to eat.
Yes.
And now I can say that I was like, now I really know the real meaning of that because I know she was saying it to help us out, but obviously, life is hard. You get thrown enchiladas, cake, and everything your way. And now, like, literally, I tell you, I literally feel that I have no cravings for food anymore. My body just tells me, hey, you're hungry, it's time to feed it. And anything, I could eat salmon, I could eat salad, I could eat any food that you put, I could come to your house and you could cook any food and it'll taste exactly good to me. That's something. And another thing, strong thing, my anxiety. See, I was suffering from anxiety that I couldn't, I was working and it would be 5 o'clock. And then it started to kick in around 4 or 5 o'clock when I know it was time to go home. And I feel that I just felt that there was still more stuff to get done, that we could get done. And I would just tell everybody, hey, let's just, in 30 minutes we could get this done, let's do it. And because that was a form of me just healing my anxiety, calming it down. And because I even call myself sometimes, they're like, hey, no, let's just wait till tomorrow. We'll wait till tomorrow. It's already 5 o'clock. And there'll be times where I have it, sometimes I will drop off, all right, let's go home. Then I'll come back and I'll just start doing it myself. See, because, and then I finish it and then I feel good. Because I felt that I accomplished more through the day. And that went away. My anxiety, and then that's another thing, in medical terms, you have what, pills to treat that, to calm it down, and I don't need pills. It just went away. See, the Monsters, I've been drinking Monsters for 10 years, no more, probably 15 years. Because in the mornings, I wake up, right, and I would have to get my thoughts together. I feel my thoughts really, they were scattered everywhere. I need to plan my days. I'm gonna do this first, this, the third. And if I didn't have a Monster, my brain, I couldn't function. So what the Monster did, it kind of brought everything together and kind of focused me. Okay, now I could do this. And then that's why I always felt that, man, with Monster, man, I could do anything. See? Man, if I pick up a Monster, man, I could do this fast and do this and third. Man, now I do the same thing, and it's been what, maybe month now, I haven't, no Monsters at all. Wow. No anxiety, no Monsters, no alcohol craving, no food cravings like I used to have. So man, it changed my life in a most beautiful and positive way that I can ever imagine.
Oh,
but it's been. I think this is the. We're not gonna go on for hours.
You're connected with your emotions.
Just doing the work, really doing the work, really believing it. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody could just, okay, but then I know life throws things at you, but if you work through it and you really apply it slowly, even though it takes a while, maybe, and from what I've researched is that some people could do it faster. It just depends. It's not basically there's a formula for just to get it. No, it's different. Everybody's different. But to me, it really changed my life like she said, the praising of money. I used to I honestly, like you say, you got to be honest with yourself, first thing. And I admit I wanted power, I wanted money, I wanted to feel, but I knew that was my shadow. I wanted that. And it would never, and then I was in a constant fight with him through my life because I would still feel that void that I couldn't feel. And no money, no bank account filled with money, houses that I built and businesses that I've had and rental properties that I have, I still couldn't fill that void. To the point that I started obviously I'm in a relationship. I started I got in fights with Aude, what do you want? Any women would want to have a man like this, hardworking man that he's pushing for his dreams and he works every day hard and he has motivation and he could every day, he don't need somebody to motivate him. He goes out there and gets it. So I always thought and then I realized, man, I was lost because, and then I even thought and I spoke to her about this and I know she felt the type of way that the first time I said it, but to the point, and she even said it. She and I know that when I leave, you're gonna go and work out. Because she always was like, I want to work out. I want you to lose weight. I want you to feel good. And she would tell me, yeah, I know when I leave, you're gonna start working out and you're gonna lose weight. And remember you told me all that? I felt that I was top of the world, but I was not fulfilled inside because I didn't have the basically the healthy body that I needed. And through this, I was able to get all of that and change my life.
It's soul work.
Yeah.
It is soul work. Is what this is.
Definitely, and it's been, man, it's been a journey. But man, I loved every day of it. I enjoy every day of it. I love just talking about it. It's just amazing. And honestly, what you're doing, man, it's needed in this world. I'll say that much.
Thank you.
It's really needed. That I honestly feel that if we, as society, as just people of God that He put us here, if we would know about this at a younger age, I believe that we could stop a lot of wars, a lot of killings, a lot of drugs, the world would be a beautiful place to live in. That's how I really truly feel about this. If you really put the word, it only took me really through the time, and I've gotten this far on this in the time that we started. It's been 2 months probably. This has been here.
Month and a half or something.
6 weeks. Yeah.
And
6 weeks, but we skipped 2
Yeah,
weeks.
2 weeks,
So
okay.
2 months.
Yeah, and man, it's something that it's changed my life, and I feel like it changed the world. And to you, thank you, because you basically opened the doors to all of us here.
And why?
And no, not always especially Ryan, yeah, because Ryan, and through all it too, because it is all connected.
Yeah,
you see?
y'all are
It's
all connected.
We're all connected.
I want to share one last thing that it was, I kind of like, that was, it was just, I started laughing on my own, and I shared with Aude that there's always a saying, or we always, I mean, it's probably everybody's probably heard it, that says that even the people with the most money, they're the most miserable ones. Okay. Now, almost my humble way to say is that I didn't have tens of millions, no, but I will say that I'm in a well-off position in my life, that early age, that maybe a lot of people in their lifetime will not get there. See, and I'm in a young age there, but I now really understand why, at least at my level of let's call it wealthness, that money's not going to bring you happiness at all. And you could fill the bank with millions of dollars, and you will not be happy at all. Happiness is what I have with Aude, like me at home with her, and just having our moments, and me hugging her, just feeling every time I hug her, it's a good, like, genuine love hug that something triggers my soul, basically. Like when I hug her, I feel like good that I'm hugging her.
Aw.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the most beautiful thing.
thank
And I
you so
appreciate
much.
everything. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna cry over here.
Thank you so much for sharing all of that with me.
And keep doing. God put you to do this, and you will touch. And maybe people that have been through here, that maybe you haven't lost contact with them, and maybe they kept doing it, and they probably.
Oh, everybody that's taken the course, everybody
contact with them?
has, yes, and
okay.
everybody that's taken the course since I started April the 4th.
Okay.
They all have been very affirmative. In fact, several saying, I want to come do it again. I want to come do it again. It's a lot to absorb, and I want to really absorb it. And every time I do it, I change it. Every time, because I'm getting more and more like clear, and this should be said, and this should be said, and I keep improving it. I have that analytical part of me that says it could be better. It could be better. It could be better, right? You know, I highly recommend y'all read my book together, because it's even more,
Okay.
and read it together.